What's going down, man? It's your boy Magnificent, aka Magno, you heard? Kid with the arch, and I'm on that MOBTV, man. You know how it go down. Stay tuned in, keep it locked, baby. H-time.
MOBTV, we back in the mix, man. Mag, H-Town, All-Star Weekend, 2K13. What's going down, baby?
Man, chillin', man. Like you say, we got the, you know what I'm saying, it's All-Star Weekend, man.
Everybody couldn't get no coat like that, man. Like that, man. Everybody I see, the city repping, man. Wearing the East to the West.
And that's real talk, man. You know what I mean? You know, I remember last time when the All-Star came down, man. Had a good time then. This time, man, I feel like there was so much going on, you know what I'm saying? But still had a good time, though. Wednesday, we kicked it off, you know what I'm saying, with the first round draft picks reunion at the concert, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Had everybody in the building.
Right.
Had Jade All and them in the building, whole SDS. Queen, you know what I'm saying, she performed, did her thing. Lil Mario, 4D, you know what I'm saying? The OG Class 1. Good time, man.
Right. What up, man? What you, as far as like, you know how niggas be talking like, hey man, this party, that party was crunk. What you hear was the livest shit about? What you mostly hear about out here?
Man, there was so much going on, man. You know, I wanted to catch the Meek Mill and Fabulous show. You know what I'm saying? You know, Fabulous, Desert Storm partner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wanted to catch that show, man. I heard that was crunk. You know what I'm saying? Man, there's just so much going on, man. Shit, I mean. I just rode around the city on the cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Peeping it out.
Right. Man, what's in the next 6 months for you, bro?
But shit, on the cool. Like I dropped last year, I dropped Greens Point of No Return. You know what I'm talking about? I'm finna drop the follow-up to that. Greens Point of No Return Part 2. The first one, you know, I just put it out for free. You know, I wasn't really tripping on it. Do the same with this, I'm just putting it out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just more visuals. I'm still doing the visuals for the first one. And at the same time, I'm start promoting the second one. You know, start with the artwork and then follow with some more visuals. Then I'm gonna come out with a release date. Drop that. Then I'm gonna drop Wildlife the Group. You know, that's me, Akers Home 4, and KG Cash.
Okay.
Those are my two young cousins. Okay. You know, they bringing it, man. Watch, y'all gonna see, man. You know, boys got that lyrical content. Go down, man.
It always been about the lyrics with you, bro. It's been more lyrical than just, you know what I mean, downplayed. So, I mean, tell me how that's, you know, affecting right now. Like,
man, you know, let me tell you something funny, man. I got a kid sister. She like 22 years old or whatever. She a senior in college. She just heard Collection Plate probably about a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? Cause when I first dropped it, you know, she was too young to listen to that. I won't let her listen to none of that shit all the time. But she just listened to it. She was just tripping out how I had the multi-syllable rhyming and the punchlines and the back-to-back punchlines back then. She was just, you know, she was just saying, you know, you must have been ahead of your time because you rapping back then how everybody's rapping now, you know. And, you know, I say that to say this, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, pen game's still heavy, man, and that's, you know, I feel like that's what it takes to stand out. Everybody got their different, you know, powers, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? They different talents.
Right.
You know, me, I just always want to come with the pen game. I ain't saying it's just all about the punchline. I'm just saying it's just about coming with a more artistic way to convey an idea. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just how it gets done, you know what I'm saying? There's so many ways. I'm not gonna say nothing no different than what's already been said because nothing new under the sun. But I can't come with a different way of bringing that idea, you know what I'm saying? That's how it gets done. By the way, Fam 420, we still in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let them know who that is, man. Let the Cool Bang in.
That's Cool Bang, Conan, OG Archie Lee, and your boy, you know what I'm saying? Going down like that, you feel me? So y'all be on the lookout, man. We still dropping shit, man. We got a project just waiting in the winds, man. We finna put some more tracks together. Knock it on out, you know what I'm saying?
What that internet game looking like, man, as far as like the iTunes and the...
It's been looking real good, man. I've been on iTunes for the last 8 years, you know what I'm saying? You know, I put my projects on iTunes, and I'll still put it on that PIF, you know, for those that just want to, you know, download and check it out, because I know it's a lot of people. You know, I've been in the game, man, 12, 13 years now, so, you know, it's people that ain't heard of me, or they, you know, they just now growing up, you know, old enough to check that type shit out, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole new, you know, crop of new, you know, listeners out there, so. Hey, I put it out, I give it to them for free on the first go. Ain't no thing.
How you think the game has changed since back then, from out the trunk and the streets to now just straight in and everything got to be digital?
Well, ain't gonna lie, you know, I seen it a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm one of them out the trunk dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I seen it a long time ago. That's why I came out with the Amazon, the iTunes, the e-music. I had that already. You know, I had that grooving back then, you know what I'm saying? Right. I knew it was coming. But one thing I will say, and I kind of, you know, I done had different debates with, you know, other artists in the game. But one thing I will say, I think the Out the Trunk is still here, man. You know what I'm saying? People still want to see you, man. See, if you do that, it depends on the type of music, man. If you ain't doing music that's that street, then niggas may not be tripping on seeing you, you know what I'm saying? But if you doing this street music, you doing this music that's from the streets, you an artist that's from the street, people gonna want to see you in the street. You know what I'm saying? That's just never gonna get old, man. That computer can't replace that, you know what I'm saying? That computer can't simulate that same feeling that a person gonna feel when they meet you in person. And get a CD from you in person, and you sign that CD in person. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan a long time before I even became an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a fan. I still see certain artists that I grew up on, you know what I'm saying, and I could be starstruck, you know. I met BUN B, I was starstruck. I'm gonna be real with you, you know, that's an OG legend, Texas legend, lyricist, whatever you want to call it. That's BUN B. So I was like, man, you know, BUN B, you know what I'm saying? You know, not dig around or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Just out of pure respect, man, like for his artistry, man. So, you know, real talk, man, nothing can capture that same feeling than when you meet somebody in person, you get to chop game with them, and then if you're an artist yourself, like I done asked him different questions, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, hey, you know, how was it in the game? You know, I know it took a while for it to just pop all the way, you know what I'm saying? How was it? You know, how was it in them trenches? How was it, you know, staying on the grind? He let me know, you know, hey man, hey, it was long, it was a long, hard, you know, road or whatever, but just stay on it, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what he let me know. So, you know, coming from him, that's real, you know what I'm saying? You can't get that, you know, I would have felt the same from a Twitter, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Facebook,
in person, hands
you know what I'm saying? You know, he looking me in my eye and telling me, hey, this how you do it, youngster. You know, stay on your grind, man. Don't worry about all that, you know. He let me know that, hey, one point in time, that, you know, when his music was playing on the radio, he was still in PA working. Still had a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, told me, like, he still had a job. He delivering to people's house like food. You know what I'm saying? Say why he had his stuff on the radio. You know, so it's like, you know, it's, at the end of the day, man, you gotta just keep grinding. You can't worry about, you know, what people think or whatever. You gotta stay on your hustle, man. This is what you love, this is what you like to do. This your passion. You gotta stay on it. You know what I'm saying? So that Out the Trunk is still here, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to homies like Agony, like he's still out there. You know what I'm saying? He's still getting it out the trunk. You know what I'm saying? That's an example right there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other artists
grind, like you got some kid. I say, I love that. I love that A-list, man. I love that A-list,
and that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on the Ag. We from the same hood, West Greens Road. You know what I'm saying? I grew up under him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we was raised, man. You know what I'm saying? You get out there, you get it. You know what I'm saying? No whining. It's grinding. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's all we do. Like, I got stuff pressed up in the trunk right now. If somebody come up to me, I feel like this, and I always told artists this, man, you know, young up and coming artists, you know what I'm saying? Because this what I used to hate, man, especially when I was young. I'm older, I can deal with it now because I know where it come from. But man, when I was younger, man, and people would see me or Mike or any other artist on, you know, they'll come up like, man, I go harder than y'all. I can go harder,
Yeah.
You know, my thing, okay, you know, you're supposed to think you go hard, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can go harder than anybody, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, okay, where you work at, you know? Sure, I ain't got no CD on me, but listen to this. Nobody don't want to hear no live acapella ass, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where your music at? Cause there's a lot of dudes that be on some, you making freestyle with the lunchroom stuff. Hey man, leave that in high school, man.
Beating on the
where your music, where your studio work at, man. You know what I'm saying? Mixed down. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, well, you know I ain't got. You ain't serious, man. You know, you ain't serious. I come and say with a dude that don't go as hard, but he's serious about his grind. He got his stuff pressed up, ready to go. He ain't talking about no CD with a Sharpie. A CD with a Sharpie, that's how we do our show that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do our performance CD. If dude coming up there with his project like that and he really trying to, you know, you see, you claiming you serious about it, no, we can't conversate like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't count with me on that. You can't say how hard you go, and you might go harder. But if, hey, you ain't pressed up and laced up. Shrink wrap on the booty, man. You know what I'm saying? Shrink wrap on the booty, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, turn your shit over and okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you ain't serious about your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like any artist, if you're in the game, man, if you gonna run around, always have your music on you. You know what I'm saying? Always have your music on you, pressed up to show somebody. You never know who you'll run into, you feel me? I always kept my music on me. You know what I'm saying? You know, 10, 12, 13 years of this now. By the way, February 25th of this month, that marks 10 years of first round draft picks, you know what I'm saying, of it being out, you know what I'm saying, we came out with that.
Tell them a little history on that.
2003, you know what I mean?
Like we were saying earlier, a lot of, like you said, some of the younger fans might not know your career back then, so kind of give them the, you know, synopsis on that and the first round draft picks and everything. Let them know why the 10 years important.
Yeah, man, you know, shoot, started my career out at the Swishahouse, you know what I'm saying? You know, shouts out to them, shouts out to T.Farris, that's who discovered me, you know what I'm talking about. Shoot, you know, I got down with Swishahouse from meeting T.Farris at, I met him at North Harris Community College, you know what I'm saying? We both attended it, you know what I'm saying? 18, 19, young. But anyway, I used to see him walk around, you know what I'm saying, with the Swishahouse piece. You know, here in H-Town, you know, just like anybody outside the city, I probably didn't know, you know, what Big Tiger or Pig Nim or, you know, Slim or any of them looked like at first because, you know, all we had was the CDs and we, you know, they wasn't on the cover. So, you know, I would see him with the piece and chain. I didn't know who it was, you know. I was pretty sure it wasn't Slim Thugs. I seen him, you know, before around, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, Court Mario and them, but I couldn't figure out who he was. I just knew I wanted to get him my CD. You know what I'm talking about? But then at the same time, you know, I was kind of young still. I ain't want to be on, I ain't want to look like I was dick riding and nothing, so I ain't really know how to approach. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened, my partner out the hood, they went to another little community college like the semester before. I think he went to U of HD with him. And he knew him. You know what I'm saying? Because my partner, I had called him to pick me up from the schoolhouse one time. My calls fucked up or whatever. For whatever reason, he had to pick me up. That's why I say stuff just happened, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know how God puts stuff together. Because, you know, my partner never had to come up there. You know what I'm saying? He would have never met you know, been able to tell me, yeah, I know him. So when he came, and we was about to head out, T.Farris was, you know, getting ready to go. He just coming out of his class, you know, finishing up, coming out the parking lot or whatever. I said, yeah, that's the dude right there, man. Who is this nigga, man? He got this Swishahouse piece, man, but he ain't, you know, passing no music out or, you know, he ain't acting like a rapper or whatever, you know. Who is this nigga, man? My partner seen him. Said, man, that's Trav, man. That's T.Farris, man. I went to U of HD with him, man. I said, man, I'm trying to get this nigga my CD, nigga. Like, for real, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't know how to come at him. I know he up here going to school too, you know, I ain't want to just. So he was like, man, shit, man, give me your shit, dog. We gonna run up to him and holler at him. I know the nigga. So he did that, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my boy Tino Francis, you know what I'm saying? He did that. He, you know, we went up, linked up with T.Farris or whatever. And, you know, he say, man, he took the CD. He was like, man, I'm gonna check it out, whoop the whoop. Then he said, you know what? Let's check it out right now. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can check it out in front of me, you know what I'm saying?
Right. On the spot.
So, yeah, on the spot type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he popped it in the car, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was funny because, you know, T.Farris, you know, he came a long way, did big things in the game. But back then he had the little Geo, it was that little Geo prism, you know what I'm saying?
Right, on his hustle.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk, man, real talk. You know, T.Farris definitely a hustler. So yeah, he popped it in, he was checking it out, he was like, man, you got a different style, man, it's different from what's around, you know, anything that's in the Swishahouse, man. He say, let Watts check it out, man, you know, I can't make any promises, but I'm gonna definitely try to help you out, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's real, man, that's real. He say, you know, matter of fact, my partner Bull, I got a partner Bull up there in Huntsville, you know, he got Dirty Third Records. He said, man, I definitely can get you on his mixtape. He working on the mixtape right now. He getting everybody on there, man. He say, I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to help you out. And, you know, I mean, he was sincere when he said it. But, you know, of course, I didn't, you know, I had heard a few, you know, little soul dreams or whatever at that time.
Right.
So, you know, I didn't know, you know, if I, you know.
That's when Charlie Boy was an icon too. That's when Charlie Boy was.
Oh, Charlie Boy, and at the time, you know, this is probably mid to late
big
2001. Yeah, this is like mid to late 2001. Definitely big Charlie Boy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, Charlie Boy was up and coming, you know, just then really, you know, getting his feet wet, you know what I'm saying? They had probably been doing it a couple of years.
Right.
Yeah, I think because Charlie came out in 2000, I came out in 2001.
Right.
You know, just as far as just on the mixtape circuit. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He jumped on there, you know what I'm saying? He actually was on that first track, but you know, he was letting me know, yeah, man, I can, you know, hook that up, man. So I was like, all right. So took my number, I got his, whatever. Went to the house, excited like a mug, you know what I'm saying? And just like he promised, you know, we went up to Huntsville, you know, and I ain't gonna lie, this was my first time, well, my second time being in a real studio. My first time I did my demo, you know what I'm saying? But this was my second time being in a real studio. And Bull was recording me. And it was Bull, Rhino, I want to say, was Charlie though? I think Charlie Boy came later. Tight was there, Big Tight. Sir Coop was there. You know what I'm saying?
Freestyle Kings, though.
Yeah, the Freestyle Kings, man. This the original. And then, and for, you know, for everybody out there in Huntsville, it was at the ballroom.
Right.
Y'all know what's up, you know.
Yeah.
Y'all know about that ballroom, you know. They had the studio in the ballroom in the back. And man, I was just nervous, man. Nervous. Cause they all in there. They like, let's see what this young nigga got. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, T.Farris brought this nigga from H-Town. Let's see what he got.
Right.
So, you know, I took a couple of little takes or whatever. To this day, when I hear that, man, I be cringing. I don't even like that.
What it is?
But that was my first track in the game. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was nice. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just listening to it now, man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, from then on, that was called a takeover. That mixtape was called a takeover with the Freestyle Kings. You know what I'm saying? And then came back. You know what I'm saying? I jumped on, you know, Watts. I guess Watts heard that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever reaction I got from that. He was like, all right, let's put him on. You know what I'm saying? Let's put him on this Final Chapter. And I got on Final Chapter 2K2. I like that track a little better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was a little more prepared because I didn't want to come back like I did the last time. I felt I was too nervous.
Right.
man, everybody was on that takeover, man. Like that's why you know I got a lot of love for Dirty Third and Bull and them and all of them, man, because man they put my name on the front of the CD with people like J-Dawg, Zero, Slim Thug, Lil Mario, like people, you know, man, people that was already popping, you know, and I was fresh off Greens Road, man, you know, so that was real, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, from that, jumped on Final Chapter 2K2, and then maybe a few weeks, you know, after, you know, really dealing with Swishahouse. About a few weeks after dealing with him, you know what I'm saying? You know, being in the studio, you know, they discovered Mike Jones, you know. Now what they didn't know, I already knew him anyway from high school. We went to high school at Nimitz. We were young, like freshmen. So we played Little League, played in the Y, you know, Greens Point YMCA. Played all that when we was young. So they kept saying the name. The name's so common, I ain't catch on to it. Like, yeah, we got this dude named Mike Jones come to the studio, whoop whoop. I'm like, oh really? Oh, alright. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Alright.
So when he come in, I'm like, this nigga?
Right, you already know him.
Yeah, I already know him. Now Mike, he had already been rapping. Mike been rapping longer than me, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't start rapping till like, really taking it serious to like, right after 12th grade, like, really just getting into it. Mike, all through school, when we was freshmen, I'm talking about, when they was like, getting it. And he was cold with, you know, off the head, you know, doing his thing. You know, as
freestyle and all that.
Yeah, you know, as well as a few other dudes, you know what I'm saying? You know, that was doing their thing. You know, Mike, he was already, you know, doing his thing with it. So when he came in, he was already a more polished MC than I was. I was still trying to hone my skills at the time. I probably only been rapping seriously probably like 6 months, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it was, you know, he came in, and that kind of helped me too, because, you know, I knew him, so we had a rapport already. And, you know, man, when you cool with the dude that you when you grew up with him, or you knew him, you know him real good, or y'all you know, y'all real history. Cool. It makes that chemistry better. So, yeah, man, we knocked out first round draft picks like that, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't drop it till like a year later, cause we got together like beginning of 02. We just grinding with the mixtape, grinding. We're doing free shows.
People didn't used to believe
in the block.
People didn't never. I've heard people say, Mike Jones ain't never do no free show back in the day. They don't believe it. Like for real, people just think it just went right to TV. Like,
I'm gonna tell you why they ain't think we did a lot of free shows, because it didn't last long. Popped off in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like we was doing free shows, and then like, I mean, we probably got our first paid show probably like 4 months into it. Cause people just catching on to it. I don't know how it was, man. You know, but I believe, you know, the footwork we put into it too. Between me, Mike, T.Farris, you know, it was just the perfect storm, man. You had Watts, you know, DJ. I mean, it don't hurt. He one of the hottest DJ in Texas. You know, Swishahouse was already branded when we came. You know, and that, you know, that's all love due to the original Swishahouse. Like, you know, the road was already paved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when me and Mike came through, people was already tuned in. But don't think it was easy like that, because when we first came, you know, them was some hard shoes to fill. Like, it was like one mixtape. You had all of the guys, you know, Tyke, Pig, Slim Thug, Mario, AD, you know, you had everybody going hard, Blindside, you know, everybody.
Right.
You know, the next tape is me and Mike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
it's hard shoes to fill.
Yeah, it was some hard shoes to fill. You know, we went through a lot of hating.
With a whole other sound too. It wasn't the typical sound.
Different sound. You know, we grew up on them. You know what I mean? Even though some of them was ain't but a couple of years older, they was on first, so we listened to them. You know, so we grew up on them in a sense, but you know, we came with a different sound too. You know, so you know it was like culture shock for a lot of people because they was like, man, you know, who is this? You know, what Lil Mario, what Slim at? You know, what Pig?
Right.
You know,
right.
what Tiger? You know, what Archie Lee at? Lester Roy? You know, so, you know, it's hard, you know, because when we book a show, when we go to a town, and they say Swishahouse, and everybody will geared up.
Right.
And, you know, it's just like when somebody say, hey, Young Money gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing against, you know, Lil Twist or Lil Chucky, you know.
Right.
They up and coming, they the youngsters. But if, you know, if you used to promote it to the city and then, you know, make clarify,
right.
And they people thinking it's maybe Drake, Nicki, and Wayne, you know, people may have a funny
Short
reaction.
Dog, Chucky, and Twist, and them, you know.
They may have a different reaction when they get there. So that's kind of how it was with us. We was the younger, up and coming dudes. We was going hard, you know. It's just that they didn't know who we was yet. So, you know, people would come up there, you know, but they wouldn't boo. They would just sit and be quiet. And, you know, to a lot of young artists out there, you know, when you do a performance, man, a lot of people you know, they'll go do a show or whatever, and if they're doing a show, and, you know, nobody's saying nothing, they just looking, you know, like me and Mike, we first thought that was bad. We was like, man, we fucking up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People just be looking, you know, you know, kind of bobbing, but, you know, not really getting into it, just, you know, stone faced. So, used to be like, man, you know, what's going on? Watch used to tell us, he said, you know what it is, man, is people paying attention to you, you know. He said, that's good. He say, because if people don't like what you're saying, they gonna react and boo and, you know, and do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Especially in H-Town, this is a street city. So, you know, ain't no dick riding going on. Niggas gonna be like, oh, nigga, them niggas whack, you know.
Right. Words in Apollo.
They gonna get, you know, they gonna let you know. So, but what we would get is people just checking, just listening. And we realized that pretty soon that, cause we would go different places, man, different times, Dallas, they'll just be looking, you know, not really knowing what's, you know, go to Austin, just looking. You know, just, you know, kind of, I guess, just trying to catch on.
Right.
We did that, man, like I say, a good 5 to 6 months, man. Then the next time we started coming to them same places, rocking it. Everybody, hands up, mouthing every word verbatim. Like, that fucked my head up. You know what I'm saying? Like, something I wrote down, and somebody knowing it and rapping it back to me while I'm doing the show. Like, that fucked my head up, you know what I'm saying? I was open after that, you know what I'm saying? That's when I knew I had to be heavy on the pen. I can't be bullshit.
Right.
So, man, you know, that was the start of it, man. You know, and from then on, started, you know, doing shows, boom, going to Mississippi, hitting Meridian, you know, going to Alabama, going to Florida, you know, going out there to Roy Jones' spot, kicking it with him.
Just what song was it that took it off, like the Day to Day Grinding, or what song?
Man, we didn't even have songs out because the album wasn't even out yet. Yeah, the album, like I said, that was the first 6 or so months. Album wasn't even out yet. We was still recording. The stuff that was taking us out there was, you know, the flows like the Hating Your Blood flow, you know, with Slim Thug, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Old Boy flow that I did, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what really popped off when Mike, Slim, and Duty did that Got Me a Model flow. Like, that was real popular in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So, man, we was getting radio play from underground tracks, like instrumentals, dog. Like, in the other towns, like, we go to Tyler, places in Meridian, like, you know what I'm saying? Just different spots, Louisiana. you know, DJs were showing love, you know what I'm saying? Like, showing a lot of love, man. You know, playing our stuff, spinning our stuff. As soon as we, you know, mix it down.
Right.
Shoot it to them. They showing love, you know what I'm saying? So, man, that's what it was, man. We just grinding from then on, man. That's what taught me. That's why I developed the grind at, you know, my years at Swishahouse, man. And I was really just down with the label 2 years, man. Because after the release of the album, probably did like 6 months of work together. Mike came out with his solo mixtape. I think it was called Ballin' on the Grind or whatever. He came out with that. He started doing solo stuff. You know, and that's where the kind of the vibe happened, because I felt like, you know, we was still pushing the album. You know, he was going out doing shows, you know, performing the stuff that, you know, we did together anyway. You know, so it was just, you know, a bunch of, you know, miscommunication with that stuff, but at the same time, I went my way, started booking my own shows. You know, I felt like they had left me, so I started booking my own shows, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And start performing my part of the track.
Right.
Shit, like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I was getting money too, like, I was, like, when I started doing Wildlife with my brother, shouts out to Deep to Save All, man, and Young Slugger, my 2 brothers, man.
Oh, right.
You know, I started seeing way more money, you know what I'm saying? You know, running my own company, selling my own mixtapes, booking my own shows, and virtually just being in charge of my own destiny, so. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I ain't had that same reach, and I didn't have that same. I ain't have nowhere near the connects that, you know, that Swishahouse had. So it hurt me too. So by me not being with the house no more, you know, I was able to see more money, but it cut off my pub. You know what I mean? You know, I just didn't have the same connect. I was dealing with my own distributors too. They had distributors for this area, distributors for this area, distributors. So I had areas that I couldn't cover, man. You know, just because I didn't have the connect. So I was still young in the game and stuff. So I mean, but you know, it was a move that had to be made. You know, I couldn't just sit on. I was still on the contract. So you know, I couldn't just sit there and rock. To get out there and grind, you know. Day-to-day grinding wasn't just a song, you know. Magnificent About His Cash wasn't just a song, you know. This is a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like, went a whole decade without working for anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, having to get it, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? And you still at it, still grinding, you know what I'm saying? You know, but everything come back full circle.
Y'all recently had that about a year ago, that Swishahouse reunion at House of Blues.
That's what I was going to say. We had the Swishahouse reunion, and I had already started dealing back with the house, you know, through Fam 420. You know, shouts out to Pretty Bang, Archie Lee. You know, Fam 420 is Archie Lee's group. He started it. You know what I'm saying? So we, you know, from that, you know, I've been back, you know, dipping at the highs. You know what I'm saying? It's been all love.
I saw some of that footage. It was kind of like everybody was enthusiastic, you know, like y'all was at the house, you know, at the lab, you know, everybody getting ready for the night. And I think you was on the cam some too, wasn't you?
Yeah.
And you was working the cam some. Everybody was having a good time, you know. And
you know, the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody grew up together. You know, we might have had a little differences here and there, man, but we all men, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, ain't no room for all that sensitive stuff, man. You know. It's time to get bread, get on that grind, man. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I feel like, you know, if it ain't about money, man, you know what I'm saying, what it's about. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't about grinding, then what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no sense of just, you know, a lot of dudes like be flexed up. A lot of niggas feed off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit, man. You know, you gotta get on this grind, this hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Texas built off of, you feel me? So
real shit, in the shit.
Real talk. So, like I say, y'all be on the lookout. Greens Point of No Return. Part 2 that's coming out. Wildlife the Group, Fam 420, Swishahouse. Steady going down, man.
Since one more question before we go, man. Y'all did that reunion show together. You think it's gonna be some more work with you and Mike? Or?
I don't know, man. I know Mike. He trying to, you know, get himself back going. I know he trying to work on his solo stuff. I'm not sure what he got in store. You know, we definitely, you know, in talks about it. You know, I guess just a time thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, we definitely in talks about it though. You know, shit, I'm down. I'm steady grinding. Like me, it ain't nothing but an extra grind for me, an extra avenue. If he want to do that, let's do it. You know, but I think he busy. You know, launching his label. You know, making his re-entrance back into the game. So, you know, I think he got a lot on his plate. So it all depends. You know what I'm saying? We both do. You know, I've been away too. You know, a lot of people like, where Mag been, women? You know, I had to fall back for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Take care of family, focus on family.
Right.
And, you know, and then at the same time, reassess the game, you know, because it did change up a lot. It changed up a whole lot. It changed up every 6 months. So, you know, had to sit back, peep the game, peep the field lot. You know, now I'm strapped up, got my cleats back on, ready to get it going.
Man. Real nigga shit.
Yes.
Back in.